Alright, so guys and girls, so today we have a video, are players losing hope in Genshin Impact, question mark. Let's see if this is going to be the end of Genshin Impact or not.
If you play or don't play Genshin Impact, you probably are aware of the current drama going in the community. People think that players are upset because of the lack of the rewards, but it's far deeper than that, and people are losing hope. Today we are exposing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, after about like the second week, I kinda just lost hope in that, I don't know. Where's the hope to begin with? Because at this point, they haven't responded yet, and I don't know if they ever going to. To be honest, they probably not. If they are, it's probably gonna be like in the next patch. Like, oh yeah, here goes some extra stuff. But anyway,
Genshin Impact.
My excitement is next to zero.
Now to start off, I believe that Genshin is one of the best games
M-Taz is such a W, I just want to say.
Ever made. It's a very good game. The gameplay is good, the lore is better than most stories seen in modern games, and the list goes on. But when players reached the end game, they started noticing its flaws. And this is our first point. People asked for the end game and hardcore content. When you reach the end game in Genshin Impact, the game becomes too easy. It doesn't matter if you spend money on the game or not. The only mode that you can try your characters on is called the Spiral Abyss, which is mostly also easy, while it will take months.
Yeah, to be honest, that Spiral Abyss is not really that hard. Like, if you really want to beat it, all you need is like a set team and then you're done. Like Dendro and Electro, that's one team right there. And then for the second one, if it's not like water or whatever, bro, just run, I don't know, run a Farina team and you'll be good. You'll be straight. Done. But at least that's what I do. I'm gonna be honest, that's what I do, and I'd be done with it.
To beat the Spiral Abyss as a new player, but soon after beating it, it will never fulfill the need of seeing the full potential of your characters again. To give you an example, there is a character named Eula. This character isn't overpowered, she is just a good character. In short, the character needs to do some weaker attacks on the enemy to gain stacks, to do a special attack with a huge chunk of damage. Why am I telling you this? It's because a lot of people, when they wanna see the big chunk of damage, they find themselves killing the boss already with the weaker attacks before the ultimate ability explodes, which makes people ask, why did we even get a 5-star character? And why do we spend weeks or even months in building them? And we can just beat the game with 4 stars only. And people...
And you know what Genshin response to that probably would be? Just make the HP bigger. Alright, more HP? Alright, it should be harder, right guys? But, I mean, I don't think Genshin... I think they will add endgame, actually. I'm gonna be honest. I think they will add endgame. As for when they will add endgame, probably gonna be around the part where it's too late at that point. I feel like when Wuthering Waves come out, Genshin will step up. Now, how much they will step up, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that much that they're gonna step up, but I do think once Wuthering Waves come out, Genshin will like fix some of its act and step up a little bit. Because the only thing that's pushing it is one, it's in the genre all by itself. Let's be real, Genshin is just like too big to be competed against anything. I mean, Tower Fantasy tried, and we saw what happened with that. But Wuthering Waves not even trying to compete against Genshin. They just making a game that Genshin players like, oh, we wanted this for years. But at the end of the day, I feel like Genshin is going to have competition with Wuthering Waves, and Genshin probably will be aspiring again and probably try to add some extra stuff to try to make people stay. Because the only reason I play Genshin now, and probably with most people, because it ain't the end game, is either if a new character comes out, they're like, oh, I want to test this and be done. Most people probably like, hey, yo, I just want to play through the story mode. I mean, the story looks nice, and all right, story done. Well, looks like we'll have to wait 3 more months to patch 16.0 until we see our sibling again, because like at this point we just never want to get there. But anyway, let's continue.
People don't want to play 4-stars characters because the 5-stars are just more fun, and it's been years where content creators,
oh my gosh, it's a ball, man,
and players are asking for endgame content, but we never seen any response from Hoyoverse for a reason that we will talk about later. Because even if this is the main problem of the game, there are still other huge problems. Which brings us to the next points, the lack of quality of life changes. A lot of things that can be changed in the game and make it better aren't being implemented. But to give credit to Hoyoverse, from the launch of Fontaine till now, we were given quality of life changes that people asked for every patch, but some of them also prove that they never listen to the community because they add some quality of life changes that no one asked for that prove that they are not listening to us. For example,
I ain't gonna lie. At least for like Fontaine was good. In my opinion, Fontaine was a good patch update. The swimming part is a horrible patch update. I'm sorry, I just don't like the swimming. Like I know it's a new traversal mode. Oh my gosh, but like we can't use our skills. We gotta use like a little rope thing, and then use like jellyfish or whatever to actually use their skills to kill things. Like I really don't like it. I just don't care. I just want to just like smack people with my elements, bro. That's about it.
people wanted artifact loadouts, which makes you change the character gear in just one click. A lot of games have loadouts and it's just a normal thing. No.
That is true. I just realized something. I'm not entirely sure, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, by the way, if you're new. One thing I did want to like say, I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that Honkai Impact 3rd has gear loadouts. Like, because I know you get what the Sigma things or whatever the heck is called for the like waifus in the game, and I'm pretty sure there are loadouts for those. I'm not entirely positive. If they're not, then I don't know why MiHoYo just don't want loadouts in their games. But let's say that they are, right? That means they did it in Honkai Impact 3rd. There isn't one in Star Rail, and there isn't one in Genshin. So maybe we just gotta wait for the game to be out for more than like 4 years, 5 years, probably 8 years until we get loadouts. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, Honkai Impact 3rd does have gear loadout. I'm not 100% positive on that though.
Not with Hoyoverse. This feature isn't added even after 3.5 years. 3.5 years of people asking for it. While in other games like Tower of Fantasy, this feature has been added in 4 months after the game was launched. Imagine, Tower of Fantasy had a very bad launch. A lot of people did.
Oh, it had a very, very bad launch. I don't even know if Tower Fantasy even good anymore. If it is, I may go back. If it's not, I mean, then I'm just staying away from that game as far as possible. Because last time I played that game, that the free to play on that game was so bad for me. I didn't want to return. I did not want to return. But maybe that was just a little off thing. Whatever.
Didn't like it, but the game kept improving by a whole lot after every patch, adding so many things that people wanted. And
okay, those bikes look sick.
it's not only TOF. The main game that made people more upset is Honkai Star Rail, a game from the same developers of Genshin Impact.
Topaz will always be main girl, I'm just saying.
The game had almost every quality of life change we asked for, and even a lot of endgame content being added every 2 patches. Yet Genshin still didn't catch up to them after almost a year of the launch of Honkai Star Rail. Even something like adding a very popular language in the game, which is a drama that wasn't talked about in the West. Because before there was a huge drama that happened in North Africa and the Middle East. Because a lot of Arab players asked for adding the Arabic language, and there's a huge amount of people that I see every day asking for the same thing. And I
didn't even know they didn't have that, I'm gonna be honest.
Some data of the fraction of the amount of people that spend money on the game there. I can tell you that people there are spending so much money on the game. So why won't they do anything about it if it makes more people play it there? Other than that, people kept waiting and still having hope that the game changes until version 1.6 in Honkai Star Rail came in, where Honkai Star Rail gives a free 5-star character for their players, which brings us to our 3rd point.
You know, Honkai Star Rail is the Giga Chad of the Hoyos, but you know, we'll continue, you know. I love Honkai Star Rail, I'm sorry, y'all can convince me otherwise.
The lack of the rewards. Genshin has been like that from the start. While implementing a good gacha system, they didn't do anything more than...
Oh, let's be real now. Let's be completely honest. Genshin's gacha system is not that good. It takes about, what, 180 to guarantee a character? And that's if you lose both 50-50s and go to hard pity, obviously. You know, some people do have that type of bad luck. I hadn't seen it before. But that system ain't perfect. Our perfect system would be like, you know... to be honest, maybe that would be a little bit too much generous, but... I would say that the system isn't entirely perfect. Actually, seeing that you got to roll for a weapon as well, which you got to roll 3 times 4 to get a guarantee, basically. No. And to be honest, Honkai has a better system than Genshin, because at least when you roll with for like, it's the same thing with like the, the 50-50 chance and then the guarantee for the character, but at least for the light code, which is basically the weapon that the character uses, you really don't have that much of a chance of losing. It's a 75-25% chance. Like, it's not a 50-50 chance, 50-50 chance, and then it's a guarantee. It's a 75-25 chance. If you lose that 25%, if you lose that 75%, well, then looks like you're getting it the next time it comes up, because it's 75-25, then it's the guarantee. Now, that is a way better system because you have a high chance of getting the weapon. You don't have to spend almost $1,000 to get a character and their weapon, and then you can like go on about your day. I'm pretty sure, let me see, probably if I had to guess, to get even one character after losing the 50 feet, I'm pretty sure it's like $200 to $300, but I could be wrong about that.
And that. And when it came to, for example, the anniversary rewards, they just gave a temple to the players, which made them rage and boycott the game and made the company actually give another temple for them. And for some reason, people stopped complaining after this simple compensation. And when Star Rail was launched, players were getting the temple after temple after temple every single patch. And they also gave them an overpowered unit for free, which made everybody question the reasoning behind this. Some thought it's an experiment, and some of them thought
it's Azamon.
It's a problem in the leadership of Genshin, which is probably true, because once one of the Honkai Impact leaders moved to Genshin, Honkai Impact 3rd started getting better, and it's still getting better to this day, while Genshin never had something really new, which is kind of a theory.
Oh, if that is true, because I did see a video about this, I can't remember who reacted to it. I think it was Sectone that reacted to it, but I'm not 100% positive. I cannot remember right now. But I did see a video about, like, somebody reacted to the video of somebody saying, oh yeah, this is the real reason why Honkai is better now and Genshin is trash, is because of this person right here. Let's be real, right, guys? If it is because of that person, that they was on Honkai was doing bad, there was a lot of complaints. As soon as they moved away from Honkai Impact 3rd onto Genshin, Honkai got better, it got more rewards, players were happy, and then you see the same trend for Genshin that is bad, oh my gosh, it's trash, and that person is still running it. And you see the other game that you release, Honkai, people are like, oh yeah, this is actually good, we're chilling with this dev team right here. I mean, at that point, when it like clicked in MiHoYo's head, oh, maybe we should fire the dude that's hiring it, that's doing their job. Like, I mean, it'd be bad that he loses a job, but to be honest, if you ain't doing your job good, then you might as well go. But like, wouldn't it be more of like, fire the dude that people are having trouble with? Like, he's the leader of Genshin Impact now. He was the leader of Honkai. He did something wrong. Maybe that was a little mistake. Now, 2 times, that means that's starting to get lower to 2 more of a coincidence at that point, right? At that point, if I was MiHoYo, I would just fire them and hire somebody else and see what happened. Like, if it's going to improve, if it's not going to improve, or I would just take him off of the team and then see if it improved. If it don't improve, like, put him somewhere else, right? And then if it does, then he's gone. If it doesn't, then obviously we know it's something else along with that, right? I don't know. And, I'm not in there with MiHoYo trying to figure out what's going on and, like, sneaking around. So I don't know. My opinion, I mean, if that is true, I think they know what they need to do at that point. Like, I'm going to just be honest.
Nothing is proved yet for this, but it makes sense, to be honest. And all of these patches without change made Genshin too predictable, which is our next point. What I mean by predictable is that I can really predict what we will get in every single patch. Because yes, Genshin,
along with the leaks, let's be real, them leaks also help you predict a lot, because I don't know what type of system they have, but it is, but for the new area, I haven't seen any yet. Which means they probably upped their security. Who knows if they did or not? It's starting to look like it.
Genshin is adding something in every patch.
But I also don't go looking for leaks either.
And we actually know when we will get a filler patch, and we can predict when we will get a Dane sleeve story, which is the most important and best story that we get one patch a year. So the game doesn't have the element of surprise, unlike other games like Honkai Star Rail. We do not know what will happen in 2.1, and I said earlier that there was a reason behind Hoyoverse not responding. Of course, we don't know the main reason, but one of the reasons is the Genshin community itself. A lot of people in this community were just defending Hoyoverse, just because the other elements of the game are good, without acknowledging that the other players want these changes to make the game better, which made the community and the content creators divided. When you play Genshin,
To be honest, that is true. Like for the community itself of Genshin Impact, right? And it's like from what I've seen so far, from my 3 years of being in this community, I see that some people who have like, you know, different opinions. Everybody have a different opinion, right? When people stress that opinion out into the public, next thing you know, they get bombarded with, why are you trying to ask for more than you need? And it's like, that's not how it works. At this point, let's be real. Genshin is basically the Call of Duty of the Gachaverse. You know, it's big enough where it can't fail. They hit records year after year. I don't know if Genshin actually hitting records year after year, but like, you know, like figuratively speak, you know, like, and people complain about the game, complain about the state of the game, but it ain't gonna change anything because more people still buy it anyway, and like people still play Call of Duty, people still play a lot of games that's bad. Now, as for Genshin in itself, the community, from what I've seen, especially lately, it basically imploded in itself. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If like what, like I think it was Texo that said like in January, like all the like contracts would be like no, like basically don't exist anymore. If that is true, it makes sense why they all imploded, because they finally can say whatever the heck they want to say, and it they all fighting with each other right now. Some is half of the Genshin community that's over there trying to be like, yo, we're sticking with the game. The game is good enough. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all just being toxic, which is not toxic to give criticism on the game. That's the first thing. And then there's the other side, like, we want change. We want a better game. We want the game to improve and grow. Like how you've grown 3 years, it should improve and grow as well within them 3 years. But and it's like instead of like everyone coming together and going for a Hoyoverse, being like, yo, why haven't Genshin changed what's going on? Why can we get good rewards? Y'all get rewards in these games, but not this game. What's up? They more of, y'all saying the wrong thing. No, y'all saying the wrong thing. And then both the communities fight each other. Hoyoverse just sits back and look at them like these youngers are idiots. So, oh yeah, these youngers are idiots. They just going to fight each other. All right, we don't got to do anything. We don't got to say nothing. What we going to make a response for? What is going to do? Nothing. Like, they ain't going to lose the bottom line. So then they just don't care. And then it just repeats itself over and over again until one day. I do believe one day the whole community is going to get together. Chinese side of the community and also every other side of the community is going to get together, and they're going to be like, you know what? We actually do need change in this game. Now, when that will be, probably sometime in like patch 10.0, when we get like the 16th time where there's a new patch update. There's the anniversary. Oh, look, you're only getting 7 pulls, and then that's when people probably want to implode themselves. I can't wait for Genshin anniversary, because if they don't do something big, and Honkai Star Rail's anniversary is big, that's going to be a great time on YouTube. I'm saying it right now.
Genshin, you have to pick a side. Until 4.4 came out, and the devs announced that they will give 3 whole polls as a gratitude for playing the game for 3 whole years. And Chinese players didn't like it, and that started the latest drama that everyone knows of. But after all of this drama, the community found out that if we will always see people and content creators defending Hoyoverse,
What in the heck was he doing?
why even bother? And Hoyoverse itself is never listening, and the hope for the game is almost gone. In my opinion, I think that even if they start fixing the game now, it's kind of too late. While it's definitely a good thing and I myself will get excited, but they will never...
See, I'm the type of person to be like, better late than never. But like, will it be too late? I would say, in my opinion, they have enough time until Wuthering Wave come out. Once Wuthering Wave come out, they can't just be like, oh, let's upgrade the game and fix it. Maybe like no, most people don't stick to multiple gacha games like I do, right? Most people will literally only stick to one game and that's it. And most people will actually spend in one game and that's it, because you're a madman if you don't, right? Now, what I think is gonna happen, if Genshin don't fix this up soon, once Wuthering Wave comes out, it's gonna snag a lot of people. Let's be real. Genshin's probably gonna have the most lowest like month at all time during the month that Wuthering Wave come out, because everybody want to try it. People that hate Genshin is going to try the game. People that love Genshin is going to try the game to try to nitpick and see like, oh, this is trash, whatever, right? People that's just curious to see, is this game actually fun? Going to try the game, and people that like plays Genshin like, know what? It seems similar. Open world, gacha game, good combat system. It looks like. Let me actually check this out, right? And they may stay or they may not stay, right? So either two things. Genshin gonna have to release a banger patch that is like so hype, that is out the hype wazoo, or they gonna see that dip, that momentary dip, and they probably either gonna wait it out, or they're gonna wait and they're either gonna wait it out and see, right? Or they just gonna sit there and be like, we need to step up our game, and then they're gonna start adding stuff in, right? Now, my opinion on that part is, I feel like I said, Wuthering Waves is not going to be the Genshin killer, right? But it is going to be a good competitor against it. And competition is always good in any game, no matter what genre it is, no matter what part of life it is. Competition is always good, right? So I feel like it's going to push Genshin to try to do better. Now, how much of better they're going to do, I don't know. That's going to be up to miHoYo, right? But I do think it's going to push them to try to release certain stuff that we haven't seen for 3 years that we've been asking for, because they're going to do that. And also, we all know what's going to happen. Genshin already get compared to Star Rail. Now, we know why. Because it's from the same company. Why can't you do the same thing? Now, Genshin is definitely going to get compared to Wuthering Waves. And I can't wait for that. I will be comparing myself at that point.
Ever get back the same feeling that we had for the game before. Which brings us to the last point, Wuthering Waves. This is the last hope for everything. The devs of this game already showed how much they care and how much they listen, and if the game launches and people like it from the start, maybe it will finally be the reason of Hoyoverse to start improving their game. Because I love Genshin Impact. Recently,
like I said, I believe it's going to like start improving the game. And also, I do want to state, because some people probably only watch like about 15 minutes, like, oh, this man is not saying the right stuff. He hates Genshin. That's what. No, I do not hate Genshin. That's the first thing. I love the game. I've been playing the game for about, how long has it been out? 3 years, something like that. I almost been playing the game for 4 years. Okay, I love the game, but I do wish that the game actually was better. And the only way we're going to get that at this point, because it ain't going to be the community getting together. That's just, for whatever reason, this won't happen. So the only other way is competition. And this is the best thing ever. Wuthering Waves is coming out. It looks like you're going to have competition. And I really do hope that both games succeed, yes. But I do hope it also makes competition against both games, so that way we can actually get good things. Because only people that strive in competition, let's be real now, only people that strive in competition is the consumer, because you got two of the companies trying to become the best. If they already are the best, they ain't gonna do nothing. They just gonna sit there and continue doing what they do, be like, okay, we're gonna stay stagnant, right? If they have competition, somebody's trying to snack up their bottom line, they're gonna be like, hold on, we're gonna have to get better, which makes that company be like, we gotta actually outbeat the company that we're trying to beat anyway, so they're gonna get better, and the consumer just gets everything. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's actually in best interest for Genshin Impact players to have somebody have competition, instead of being like, Genshin should be the only game that's actually good, which never, ever should happen.
One of my Twitch chatters dared me to fight the Raiden Shogun with the Electro team, which makes the fight way harder. I didn't even want to play Genshin at the time, and I had a blast. I had so much fun that I haven't felt in a long time from Genshin Impact. But do you think the game will change in the future, or did you lose hope? And that's how we exposed what happened in Genshin Impact. Thank you for watching, and I'll leave you to Kafka.
If you don't subscribe to Stjork, you're gonna lose every single D50 in your life. I'm gonna send you every Himiko until you subscribe.
I mean, please send me Himiko. I don't have her yet.
Also check his latest video. You'll love it.
Okay, what type of AI is that, bro? But I mean, that was a good video. Are players losing hope in Genshin Impact? To be honest, my opinion, some are, and some are happy where they at, and they just don't want to move or change at all. But other than that, I mean, it was a good video. I liked it a lot, and go share your support for the video if you liked it as well. Go subscribe. Also, make sure you subscribe to me as well. Also, you know, we're trying to get to that 1K. And other than that, thank you guys for even watching the video. My opinion is just what it is. That Genshin needs competition. There's no other thing about it, and if it don't get competition, then it just won't succeed. I mean, let's be real. Genshin will just stay stagnated until another competitor comes out to face it. And I feel like Wuthering Wave is that competitor to come out to go toe to toe with Genshin. And we had maybe the best year or best couple of months that the consumers ever have if Wuthering Waves is actually good. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for like even subscribing or being here in the first place, and I love you guys. Peace out.